everyone, and welcome to John Talks Indian Cinema. I am your host, the Indian Cinemaniac, and on today's episode, love is in the air. Yes, it's a rom-com. I don't watch a lot of rom-coms on this channel, but it was recommended by somebody, and you know my tagline, if you recommend it, I'll watch it, dot, 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 eventually. I want to thank you over 600 subscribers to the channel. This maniac community is growing like crazy, and I want you to know how much I appreciate it. Okay, so the film I'm going to talk about was recommended by at Amar Pal Singh 6513. Amar Pal Singh 6513. And the film he recommended is Band Baha Bharat from 2010, Bands, Horns, and Revelry. It was directed by Manish Sharma, who directed Tiger 3 and Fan. Stars Ranveer Singh in his debut. And I read a little bit about him after I watched this. This was an audition. He had never done anything before. And this was his film debut. And I thought was pretty incredible. And I've seen him in a ton of stuff. Lutera, Simba, which I thought he was great in, Gully Boy. Also, another one of my favorite actresses, Anushka Sharma, who I've seen in PK, Pari, Sultan, to name a few. And I will tell you this about her. This is early, so this is early in her career. And I think she's one of the better Indian actresses. In fact, I think I put her in the top 5, Taboo being number 1. And I think she's pretty, but I never thought of her like I do Kareena Kapoor or Deepika. But in this film, she was just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And she was shot beautifully too, filmed beautifully. And there's also a great supporting cast, but most of the cast I had never seen in anything. But it's really about those two. It really is their film. Okay, so the story. The story is about two people who start a company, and they are wedding planners. Okay, so they're wedding planners. Bitu, and I should get the name right. Bitu is Ranveer Singh's character. I usually write these down, but I didn't this time. That means I'm ill prepared for this, and that's not fair to you guys, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so he plays Bitu, and she plays Shruti. Batu and Shruti. Um, and she is going to start a wedding planning business. And they establish right at the beginning that she's driven and she wants to succeed and she's very smart. And he's kind of not a screw up isn't the right word, but he's like live for every day, that kind of thing. So through circumstances, they become partners in a wedding planning company, and they start off small and they get bigger and bigger. And the name of the company is Ban Baha Bharat, and that logo's everywhere. And so the story is how they build their business up. Now they remain friends because in business, love doesn't work. That's a rule. You got to stay away from that. It screws everything up. Now, it's a completely predictable movie, absolutely positively. You knew every beat throughout the whole movie because at one point they get a little drunk. She, who's been against a relationship, kind of hugs him and kind of rests her head on his shoulder, and they have a beautiful love scene. And for this is like the second one out of the last few that I've seen, because usually in these films there's not a lot of kissing and there's definitely not a lot of sex in it, or they're very discreet about it. And this one, there's a lot of kissing, and the love scene was beautifully done, tastefully. It's not like they showed anything. But as a result of that, she's in love and he's completely freaked out. Like When Harry Met Sally. That's kind of what it reminded me of, if you know that film. So because this happens now, their partnership fractures because he doesn't want that. She's upset because he doesn't want that. So they each do their. Now he starts his own business, Happy Wedding, I think it was. And they both realize that alone, they're not as good as they are together. And they get an offer to do a giant wedding, like giant, like so giant that Shah Rukh Khan is going to perform at it. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to do some of these at the wedding. And I know that Shah Rukh Khan does show up to weddings. People pay him to come and do a dance number or something. So this is a big, big wedding. So they decide they're going to work together, but it's hard because she's upset with him. He's upset with her that she's ruining the partnership. Well, through the course of this, she gets engaged to some guy, Nitwit, as Bitu calls him. And then, obviously, and again, totally predictable. He realizes that he does indeed love her, and she makes him happy, and they end up together, and they end up with this amazing wedding company. So I'm going to give the story a 2 because it's nothing new. Okay. Now, having said that, I want to make this really clear, even though I gave the story a 2. This movie was a sweet, funny, light, feel good movie. And I've been watching a lot of heavy movies for the show. And it was nice to watch a movie that there were no real tonal shifts, like these drastic tonal shifts. It was just a sweet, fun, like I said, light movie, and I really, really enjoyed it. And as far as the performances go, I thought they were both great. The best acting in the world I've ever seen? No, but for knowing it was his debut, and I do think she's a really good actress. And there were scenes in this movie. The one that stuck out for me the most was when after they have their night together and he's acting kind of squirrely around her. And finally they talk about it. And the way he's explaining why love doesn't work and it's affecting their partnership, and she's got a brave face on, like she completely understands. But you could also see in her eyes what was really going on in her head. And the way she played it was really, really well done. And it was a little heartbreaking too, because she loves him and he's not returning it. And you could see that in that one little scene. And she did that a few times where her face, it's her eyes and her facial expressions. She's a really, really good actress. I really like her a lot. But their chemistry was really good. And I know they've done other things together. And I think it makes it. And you're rooting for them. You want them to be together. You want him to wake up and realize what he has in front of him with Shruti. And the supporting cast was also very good. There was the caterer, there was the flower guy, his buddy, the band. There's really funny scenes in it. But I thought all the performances were good. But if you don't care about the two people who are the leads, then it's not going to work. So I give the performances a 4. The music, I really loved the music in this, and let me tell you why. It wasn't like, okay, plot, let's plop a song here for no apparent reason, because that's what we do in these movies. Plot, another song. Every song was really related to the weddings. So it worked really, really well in the context of the film. So it wasn't jarring. The only song, like even the first song, it was during the credits where they established who the two people were. So fun. He's fun and he's fun loving. She's determined. The second song, she is working a wedding or helping somebody work at a wedding, and she starts dancing at the wedding to get people dancing, and it was really cute the way they did it. Third song was they planned the first wedding, and it's the theme song, Ban Baha Barat, and you hear that a lot. And she now she's always wearing jeans, and she's beautiful woman. But in that scene, she's wearing I don't know if it's called a sari, what she was wearing, but it was blue, and she looked absolutely gorgeous in it, I have to tell you. The fourth song was when his band played for the first time and everybody's dancing. And the dance numbers are great. And he's a good dancer, too. And then there was one, yeah, the last song is at their wedding. Spoilers, they get married. And it's called This Is How I Lost My Heart. And the great thing they did was it's almost like a curtain call. They had this long tube where people walk through it, and everybody that was in the movie, like when they did weddings, the parents and the couple from the wedding would show up at their wedding. Even where it didn't go well, they showed up. I thought that was really clever. I'll also say that and I don't, you tell me if this is true or not, but the wedding scenes, the color and the lights, it's absolutely beautiful the way they do that. And this was so colorful. Just all the colors just popped off. Is that really what the weddings are like in India? Because they are just spectacularly done and just so beautiful. But the dance numbers were great. The music was great. Just, when you go to a wedding, it's such a joyous time, and it's reflected in everybody. And I'm actually, I can't say that the music stuck in my head. I'm not going to lie. But the theme song did, and the dance numbers really did. Like he did a song, Shah Rukh Khan was supposed to show up, and he doesn't. He can't. He fractured his leg. That's what it was. So Bitu says, no worries, we're going to do it. So they do this whole big number at the wedding, and he's dancing like Shah Rukh Khan. He's doing the arm thing. But that was also Anushka was there too, and she was wearing this like gold tight little number. And at first I wasn't sure it was her because she looked really, really freaking hot. And I was like, is that her? They got someone else. Sometimes they do the cameos. It was her. So I have that image in my head now. But I love that number. I thought that was the best number in the whole thing. So because of that and because of the way it fit in the movie, I'm giving the music a 5. I loved the music in this. It was just so upbeat, and it was just such a feel-good movie. So overall, I'm going to give the movie a 4. It was... If you're looking for a great movie, do I think it was a great movie? No, but it was a fun movie. It made you feel good at the end. I don't know. I just thought, like I said, it was a sweet movie. I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I watched it because, as I said, I've been watching a lot of heavy movies, and it's nice to take a break from that. I'm not a big rom-com guy, so don't everyone start suggesting rom-coms. But I will say I really enjoyed this one, and I think it's because of those two. I thought they were wonderful in this, and what a great debut performance by Ranveer Singh. I mean, really, just he pops off the screen. He was wonderful. But that's it. That's my review of Ban Baha Bharat. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, because if you don't like something, you definitely let me know. In fact, somebody said, "I'm sorry you had to watch that on one of the." I think it was Bharat. They said that on. And I'm like, it wasn't that bad. I don't understand that. And also, people recommend these movies because it means something to them. And I try to, I'm always honest. And if there's a movie I don't like, Gomal, I'm going to let you know. But sometimes people roast the movies, and I'm going, that movie wasn't that bad. It was a fun movie. It was a light movie. It made me feel good at the end. I think, when I go to the movies, I love the movies because they're escapism. And I like movies that when you walk out of there, you feel good. I don't want to walk out of a movie. Like I saw the movie Platoon. You guys all remember that, Vietnam? And everyone walked out of the movie in dead silence. And it's like, you're just like depressed after a movie like that. I don't want that. And some people love that. Some people want to experience everything. I like movies that make me feel good when I'm done with them. And this one certainly did. So, Amar Pal Singh, 6513. Thanks for the recommendation. Okay. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button. And again, the most important thing is if you know others that would like this channel and my take on things, and they want to join the Cinemaniac universe and community that we're creating, please share the video, because YouTube's not going to push it out till I get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to get there. Going to take a little time, but I'm going to get there because of you guys. I want you to know how much you appreciate that. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll talk to you soon on John Talks Indian Cinema with another 10-ish minute trailer reaction or a 10-ish minute review. Thanks for watching, everybody. हर दिल की अपनी ताल है, अपना ही एक राग है।
हर दिल की अपनी धड़कने, अपनी ही एक आग है। जज्बात पिघले पिघले है तो क्यों ना